So here's a complex problem where we can use right triangle trigonometry to solve for a variable. The key thing on this problem is being able to see that there's two right triangles in this picture. You've got the little purple one there, and it's important to note that there's a side that we care about right here that's not labeled, and we care about it especially because it's along the same line as the L, and L is important in the problem. So let's call it Y. And then there's another triangle, the big green triangle. And can you see that the angle in the big green triangle is alpha plus beta? And of course the tall height is L plus Y. And let's take each triangle and write an equation about it separately. For the purple one, we want to relate y, p, and alpha, and that's a tangent relationship. And similarly, on the green one, we have another tangent relationship. And they tell us to solve for p, and there's p in both equations. So we're going to have to use substitution, and there's a whole bunch of different ways you could do it. I'm going to go ahead and do it the easiest way that I see, which involves solving for y in that first equation. It's a pretty quick step. And then we need to go ahead and substitute it into the second equation. You see how y is in both of them. So instead of writing y, I'm going to write p tangent of alpha. And you can see that y and p tangent of alpha is the same thing. And this is actually extra good because we ended up with an equation where it does have p's and alphas and betas and L's, and the y is not there. We don't want y in our answer because y is not allowed to be in the answer that we finally come up with. So we lucked out there. Of course, we're not done yet because we haven't solved for p. So let's go ahead and do that. We take our equation, and I'm rewriting it on the right-hand side here. Let's solve it algebraically. The first step, let's get p out of the denominator. Second step, let's get p on one side. Third step, let's factor out the p. And lastly, let's go ahead and divide. And we end up with this lovely answer. And here, remember, here's our picture. There's our answer. And we're done with the problem.